Acer showed 3 new smartphones here in Barcelona on the Mobile World Congress: the Jade Z Plus, Liquid Z520 Plus, and this is a Windows Phone M220 Plus. We're starting on the left, of course, with the Liquid Jade Z Plus. First of all, let's go to the texture on the backside all we have. I hope you can see in these lighting situation here. This is kind of like, not glossy, but matte, and especially you do not see any fingerprints. And let me go to the microphone. I hope you can hear a little bit. It's not just looking a little bit like cloth something, but it's really feeling like. So it feels like, it looks like. Let me call it like this. It's hard to tell for me in English. I'm sorry, I'm trying my best. So this is a good grip, and especially, like I said, no fingerprints at all. This I really love. And it's just 110 grams lightweight, with together with these edges curved here. It's really great resting in your palm because it's 5-inch display, 720p and LTE with 110 grams only. This is really very, very, very lightweight. Gorilla Glass 3, of course. You have a MediaTek quad-core processor. To be precise, it's a 6732, meaning you have 4 cores with 1.5 gigahertz and 2 GB of RAM. Internal memory is 16 GB, and you have a slot here. Oh, you cannot open this. So battery is built in 2300 milliamps, but you have a slot over here. And what I'm really appreciating, Acer, is that you do not need these picks or something to pull out this, and this is a combination slot. First is a SD card. And the second one you can use as a dual SIM, so meaning you have a second SIM over here, or alternatively as a slot for a micro SD card, officially up to 64 gigabyte. And here we find a for dummies kind of a quick SIM guide, meaning here is a short illustration how this combination slot is working. Here you see 2 SIMs or 1 SIM and a micro SIM, how to insert, how to do it. So really kids could do it after that. It's no problem at all to use it. And this version shall be available in Europe too. Acer has promised, at least. If we are right here on the user interface, let me go to the settings, because this is Android 4.4.4, but the update to Android 5 is promised, but don't ask me when. But what I wanted to show you is that this is kind of a natural Android, native Android. Acer just added some additional apps, like the quick modes over here. This is nothing new, but for everybody who doesn't know that, just a quick view. We have an easy mode. You can configure just some things you want to have here. For example, if you do not see anymore on the near distances, maybe these big texture tiles do help you. That's very the easy mode. And here we have a kit mode or basic mode. You can define what your kit can see, which kind of contacts he can phone, call, and so on. And that's very easy to do. And the last one is I wanted to show you Acer Extend, meaning you can beam the content of your phone to the notebook or desktop or whatever. And by the way, Acer Nav, I can't show you here, but this is a TomTom offline navigation system. Will be for Europe, free for 2 years, and that's a typical lifetime of a phone, so I find this quite okay. But if you want to use this longer, then you will have to pay. Yeah, I hope this is enough for the Jade Z Plus. I want to go on coming to this friend here. It's the Z520 Plus. As you can see, it's way bigger and it's way more heavy, I can tell you. I do not have found out how many grams it really has, but I would guess at least 170 or something like that. Way more heavy than this one, but way cheaper. Here we're talking about 229 euros recommended retail price, at least in Germany, Europe. This is 139, so almost $100 less. Again, you have 5-inch display, but no IPS. And maybe we can show the difference because we have the same background photo here, so that you can see left we have IPS, this is not IPS. And now go out of that typical 90 degrees viewing angle, and you see how it's getting dark and how the colors are not the natural way they should be. So do you see the differences here of IPS and non-IPS? And by the way, display resolution. On the left side I told you 720p. Here we have 480 by 854 pixels. But now try to get to fix the texts down there, Facebook and Acer here, for example, and tell me if you really can see a difference in sharpness or something. It's very, very hard to see. So I would say it's not a not a question of sharpness, but of display quality, meaning that viewing angle instability. Again, it's a MediaTek quad-core processor, but this time just 1.3 gigahertz. Again, 2 GB RAM. Again, 16 GB built-in memory, and you can remove the backside down here. And as you can see, you have a slot for SD card, officially up to 32 GB. Removable battery, 2000 milliamps only. Here on the small light one was 2300, just 2000 here on the cheaper one. So we have to see if this is coming through a day in normal day life usage with a 5-inch display, depending on the processor, I'd say, how that one is consuming the power. We have to wait for that. Android 4.4.4, Android 4.4.2 only. No LTE 4G, no dual HSPA, meaning you have a maximum download rate of up to 21 megabit per second with this one. Camera 8 megapixels, on the front it's 2 megapixels, you have 5 megapixels and 13 megapixels to remember, and videos but in full HD like on this one, on the back side and on the front side full HD. Coming around about April, May, again 139 euros. This one was a little bit sooner, around about April. This one is April 2, 89 euros only. As I told you, it's Windows Phone 8.1. That same texture, but everything is very much more smaller because you just have a 4-inch display, 480 by 800 pixels. And again, you can see here even more on the, like on the Z520, the instability because it's not IPS or something. So it's immediately getting dark and almost no colors. I hope you can see this in the video like I see here in real life. So the display quality is not that good, but again, 89 euros recommended retail price, meaning I guess right up from the start below 80, maybe around about 70 bucks. So don't be jealous on the price. So you have to live with these kind of problems. Yeah, I do not have to explain, I guess, Windows Phone 8.1, but promised is update on Windows 10 as soon as it's available, around about this year, I guess in autumn. Backside camera is 5 megapixels, front side 2 megapixels. Both do shoot videos in 854 by 480, too many numbers. And it's a Snapdragon 200 processor, meaning just dual core, 2 cores, 1.2 gigahertz and 1 gigabyte RAM. In this price range, this is quite okay. It's not 520 as I have expected. Again, you can remove that here and expand the memory with a SD card. Officially 32 gigabyte, but as you know, in most cases, more are nevertheless no problem. As you have seen, battery removable, 1300 milliamps. It's not that big, but on the 4-inch low-resolution screen, you should come through the day, I guess. Yeah, that's the Liquid M220 Plus coming in April. 89 euros. Yeah, I hope this is enough of a first impression of the 3 new Acer smartphones here from Barcelona. Thanks for watching, and please be so kind to recommend my channel and to subscribe to it. Thanks for that in advance, and take care.